I wanted to talk to you about changes to the Administrative Appeals Tribunal. Um, I am actually going to read the detail for this one because I'm not confident I can be on top of all of this from dot points. So the Administrative Appeals Tribunal, which many of you might know as the AAT, was previously responsible for a whole bunch of things, including hearing external NDIS appeals. It was abolished earlier this year, the tribunal, in favour of developing a new federal administrative review body. Now, as part of that process, the Attorney General's Department released an issues paper containing 67 questions seeking views on how the new review body should work, including purpose, structure, membership, powers, and procedures. So 67 questions, quite a lot. So what we did here at VMIAC, we prioritised 6 of those questions most relevant to our members and put forward a submission, which will be on our website shortly. This submission was developed in consultation with all VMIAC staff members and most notably the NDIS appeals team. VMIAC has also collaborated with the Disability Advocacy Network Australia, some of you might know as DANA, D-A-N-A, on a joint submission, which is still a work in progress and will become available for our members to read in due course. The reason that this is important is that VMIAC's NDIS appeals services often face challenges and barriers for people with psychosocial disability to access the AAT and receive positive outcomes for our consumers. It's important to VMIAC that we're a voice in the development of the new administrative review body to ensure that people with psychosocial disability and experience of mental ill health are heard and present in the processes of developing the new body. So the stuff that was discussed was, well, in this process, we offered 7 key recommendations for the new body, and I'm going to give you all 7 of those. 1, a requirement that tribunal members of the new body must have demonstrated and relevant qualifications and or expertise to decide matters that relate to their area of expertise, including lived or living experience. I think, which all of you would know, we know is so important that people with lived or living experience play a role in determining what happens to people with lived or living experience, including in review processes. So point 2, lived and living experience to be integrated at every level in the new body, including designated lived experience roles and employment opportunities in senior positions and among members of the new body. Our 3rd recommendation, government agencies to be required to have permission from the new body to appear with legal representation in matters where applicants do not have legal representation of their own. This should only be available after all other alternative dispute resolution strategies have been exhausted. We're trying to level the playing field there around legal representation as well. These review processes can be very bureaucratic and hard to navigate. Recommendation 4, a new code of conduct be established for all representatives engaged with the new body to be regulated internally by the new body with appropriate complaints processes and enforcement mechanisms. Folks, we know very well that we need good complaints processes and enforcement, and that's what that recommendation is there. Recommendation 5, the new body have flexible, adaptable, consultative and empowering processes to ensure that they are accessible for everybody, including people with psychosocial disability and experiences of mental ill health. Make sure it's a good experience for people. Recommendation 6, new body should ensure every opportunity for participation in the external review process has been explored with applicants. Recommendation 7, the new body must not be granted the power to appoint a litigation guardian to someone due to their psychosocial disability. And where people do have a litigation guardian, rigorous safeguarding should be employed to ensure that people are not being exploited. So, in sum, what did VMIAC advocate for on behalf of our members? Through this submission, we have advocated for a new federal review body that is inclusive, accessible, fair, and just, and that lived and living experience voices are relevant in all areas of the administrative review process. What result or outcome did we deliver, or were we hoping to deliver? It's a hope here that the feedback and recommendations that VMIAC has delivered are heard and implemented in the creation of the new body, making administrative reviews more accessible and inclusive of people with psychosocial disability and experiences of mental ill health. So a big piece of work, and congratulations to the team members at VMIAC who did that work. Thank you to those of you who've shared your experiences with us as well. And we're hoping that advocacy has great results.